Hey guys, so I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time, and I'm basically going to be telling you what annoys me with people in a restaurant, customers, whatever you want to call this. I wasn't really sure what to actually call this video, but I work in a restaurant. I work at TGI Fridays, and I never really realized how many rude people are out there until I started working, and people never cease to amaze me. There's always some rude person every single day who just wants to ruin everybody's day. But I'm just going to share things with you that annoy me in restaurants, and these are all things that have actually happened to me. And this video could probably be like 10 hours long, but I just, came up with a quick little list, and I'm just going to get into it. People who always want a booth. Yo, you got a booth for us? Well, wait for a booth. Could we sit in a booth? And I'm just like, can't you just sit where I tell you to sit? The only time I feel like that's okay is if you're like old or you have like a back problem and it's easier for you to sit in a booth, or if it's slow, but it'll be like slammed on like a Saturday or Sunday afternoon and people will ask for booths and will get mad if there's none available. And it's like, just sit where I sat you, our chairs have cushions too, they're not just wooden chairs. So there's like these three people who always come in. It's like a lady, probably her son, and a little child. And before working in a restaurant, it was kind of hard for me to tell like when kids should need a high chair or booster seat or what age, and I've gotten used to that. And so this kid is probably like, she's old enough. I mean, she talks, she walks by herself, everything, and they get a high chair for her. So I bring them out a high chair. This has happened at least 3 times, and they still ask for a high chair. And they get upset when the high chair doesn't push completely under the table. It kind of like the edge of the high chair where the feet come out gets stuck right at the edge of the chair. There's still plenty of room, for the child to eat, obviously. Otherwise, what would be the point of it? But they don't like that. It can't go all the way under the table. Keep in mind, it's like 2 adults and 1 little kid, and so we have this one table that sits 8 people, and it's like our biggest table, without pushing tables together and stuff. And they decide they want to sit there because it's the only table in the whole restaurant that the actual high chair pushes under. And it's like, dude, your kid doesn't even need a high chair. Like, let her sit on a regular chair. She's got to grow up someday. And then they like yell at me because the high chair doesn't push off the table. I'm like, sorry, I didn't build this stuff. I don't know. I just bring it out to you. So this lady the other day, there's like 4 people, they come in. Apparently they asked for a booth, but it was like they were following me, and then like 2 ladies back had asked for a booth and I didn't hear. And they're kind of older, and we have like an upstairs portion too. So I sit them at a table downstairs. She goes, does this look like a booth? And I'm like, whoa, excuse you. I was like, sorry, I didn't hear you. So I was like, all we have right now is a booth upstairs. She goes, we're not that old, we could go upstairs. And I was like, eek, cranky old people. People who sit at dirty tables. They sit themselves at a dirty table. So this happens all the time. We have a bar. You go up like 3 stairs to a bar. So it's like a bar. And then off to the side, you can't even really get to it from the bar, there's like a 6 or 7 step staircase that leads up to behind the bar, which has booths and tables and servers up there. And people are like, we're going up to the bar. And I'm like, okay, going up, enjoy. And they go up to the booths behind the bar. Hello, do you not see that you don't have menus? This is a table, not a bar stool, not a high top. What are you doing? Half the time there's not even a server up there. They don't realize that they don't have any menus, and they want to complain because they haven't gotten any service. If I didn't seat you, if you don't have menus, that should be a sign, people. I hate just flat out rude people. I try to be nice to absolutely everybody. I'm like, hi, how are you? Trying to be all upbeat and friendly. So people come in and I'm like, hi, how are you today? They're like, 2. No smile. No, I'm doing great, how are you? Not, I'm doing bad, how are you? Hello to you too. So it's Mother's Day, right? It's one of our busiest days of the year because everyone wants to bring their mother out to lunch. We were pretty packed, but we were keeping tables moving. There's here and there'd be like a little bit of a wait. I work during the lunch shift. At least 5 different people come in. I'm like, hi, unless you want to go up to the bar or out on the patio, it's gonna be about 5 to 10 minutes. Do you guys want to wait that long? It's really that long of a wait? It's Mother's Day, people. Try going anywhere else. I'm sure there's gonna be a wait too. Please leave. Bye-bye. So there's this older couple that came in one day, and so I take them out, you know, to this section, and it's by a window, and the patio door is like in between the middle of the section. So there's tables, a patio door, whatever. I sit them at a table right next to the patio door. Ugh, no. Well, you could have just asked nicely for a different table or told me that you didn't want to sit there because it's right next to the patio door. Mind you, it's like raining outside and there's not a single person on the patio, so nobody's going in and out. So then they come back a couple weeks later. I didn't really remember them until I went to sit them over there again. But this time it was like 2-3 tables down. Ugh, no, too close to the door. So this guy and his 2 kids walk in, and the girl's like maybe like 10, you know. So if they look young, I'll be like, hey, do you need a kids menu? And the dad was like, she eats normal food just like us. She eats her off a regular menu. Last time I checked, the kids menu had regular food too. So at TGI Fridays, we always, you know, try to hold open the door for people and stuff like that, especially if they're like in a wheelchair or a walker or something. Where I live, there's like tons of old people everywhere, so that's a very frequent kind of thing. Or if they have their hands full, but even if they're just, you know, walking in, we still try to hold open the door. Obviously, you can't get to every single person that comes into the restaurant. So this guy comes in one day with his wife. Kind of older, not where like they're walking really slow, they have canes and walkers, but you know, maybe like 60. They come in and I was off doing something and I was like, hi, how are you? He goes, thanks for getting the door for me. It's like, I'm sorry, like I thought I was just kind of messing around. So I said, my manager, you know, walks around, see how everything's going. He goes up to that guy and he told me about this later. He was like, how is everything, sir? And he was like, it would be great if I had the door open for me. And my manager was like, oh, you know, I'm sorry. Like, he thought he was kidding too, but he was like, no, I'm serious. So there's this couple that comes in, and this guy is really tall, and they always want a booth upstairs. And they come in like the middle of lunch when it's like busy, so it's kind of give or take if upstairs is full or not. And I'm short. I can't see I could see upstairs, but I can't see if like the tables are clean or if they're dirty because I'm too short. I have to kind of walk up a couple stairs to be able to see. Well, this dude's tall, so he could see up there. I'm like, we don't have one right now. Literally, someone just got up and their table's still dirty. Ah, I see one up there. We could go up there. And I'm like, let me clean that off for you. Okay, that would be great. So you guys will never believe this. The other day, these 2 guys came in, young guys, normally like young teenagers, 20-year-olds. They don't really care where they sit, you know, go with the flow. I take them out to the patio. They wanted to go out to the patio. The whole entire patio is clean except for one table. On the very end, you know, there's obviously 2 ends of the patio. On one of the ends, one of the tables is dirty. And it's open seating out on the patio. So I'm like, wherever you like, guys. Where do you think they want? The one dirty table. And they're like, so they sit there and they're like, do you mind cleaning this off for us? No, of course I don't. Okay, this gets under my skin. Why do I even work if people want to tell me where they want to sit? People come in all the time and it gets dry. This is like my #1 horrible thing that annoys the crap out of me. They come in and they talk to each other like I'm not there, and they're like, so where do you want to sit? Do you want to sit by the window? Do you want to sit upstairs? Do you want to sit in a booth, in a table, in this person's section, that person's section? You know, it's kind of my job to sit you where you're supposed to sit, where there's a clean table and you're not double sitting somebody. But people don't get that. They think they could just tell me where they want to sit. If that was the case, why would I be working? Please never do that. That is so rude and annoying. Like, I cannot believe how many people do it. Another thing that really annoys me is people who give me their order. I sit people down at their table and I'm like, your server so-and-so will be right with you. Enjoy. I have a cheeseburger. Your server will be right with you. I just want a cheeseburger with lettuce and tomato and blah blah blah. Like, your server will be right with you. I don't have a card to put your order into the system. Can't really help you out there, hun. So if you guys have worked in a restaurant, I want to know all your stories in the comments down below. Like, what's the #1 thing that annoys you, or what's something really annoying that you've had happen. So if you are a rude customer, please, for the love of all of us, just stop. I think people who are rude have honestly never worked in the restaurant business or anything like that, or customer service, because if they did, they'd be a little bit nicer. So I want to hear all your stories, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!